I have a friend who works in a hospital, psychiatric hospital, whatever, and he said majority of people that are in there are people with money. People like kids, not people, kids with money.
Yeah.
Parents are rich, and now these kids are problem like drug addicts. They've got mental problems because
Yeah,
they're so high up where I originally came from.
My name is Janis Gertmanis. Today I have really special guest, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. So, good
Awesome.
morning.
Good morning. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. My name is Dawid Guja. I'm 22 years old. I currently have 2 operating businesses. I've just graduated from university recently. Originally, I came from Poland into this country about 2004, and it's just been incredible. It's just been an incredible couple years, especially the last 5 years have just been extraordinary.
So, how was your journey to UK, if you can remember?
It wasn't, to be fair. Do you know what it was? I came here on a bus. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. Yeah, we came here on a bus, so we didn't. It wasn't.
How many miles is it?
How many miles? Oh, it's almost like 1,000 miles. It's a 24-hour journey on a bus.
And you, that time, what age?
I was about 4 years old. I remember literally, it was such a big transition and such a moment that I remember the day that we came. Like I remember, it's crazy because I have a lot of memories from when I was like 4, 3. I don't know if a lot of people have that, but when I was like 3, 4, I have a lot of memories. But yeah, we came on a bus many years ago.
And you can remember the journey coming over to here.
Yeah. So
what was the feeling like? Stress, or that was like for you as a little boy? Oh yeah, we're going somewhere far away. Like wow.
That's literally what it was. It was just like I didn't know what was happening, but I just remember being on a bus. I remember one time when you're traveling on a bus, you're coming from border to border. You normally have to do like check stops. So I remember we did one in Germany. Then I remember when we got to Victoria Station, and it's so weird because when we first came, I was like, wow, this is like so. It must have been. I must have had a shock, like a culture shock, because where I came from in Poland, it's a lot smaller than London. So when I got to London, and I remember arriving, I was like, whoa. And I remember it till this day. Like as I'm speaking to you, I'm picturing arriving.
But though I came over to UK and I was 25, I guess, 24 at that age. Yeah, when I first time came over. And for me, London was wow. That's a metropole. Yeah. And I can imagine, as you know, for 4 years old, that should be like wow, where I am now.
Yeah, but for you don't remember a lot, but I remember everything where, how it was. It's crazy. Yeah.
So you come in at age 4 to UK to stay over, and call this place as a home. Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
Right.
We
And then
moved when I was 4.
Right. And what is the first steps you're taking as a family? You just find it, or mom already find a property where you're gonna live, and
I don't know. I wouldn't really remember directly. I think I don't really know. I remember definitely we were renting different places, different houses. Every now and then we move here and there, but then we kind of stayed towards West London. And literally, we've always kind of been in West London.
Always been in London, yeah.
Always been in London, West London specifically.
And you, at age 4, you started to go into nursery, or how's your literally life starting? Like, I mean, we're going like small steps, but I mean, you coming over, you're staying in West London most of the time. You go, you start your nursery, you're going into school, and then how's the school time going? Because you're still young. Why I'm digging so deep, because I want to see where's this spark coming from. The feeling that you like to know more than your the kids in your age. Yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you. So, do you know what it was? I remember I used to go to nursery, I believe, or I can't remember. I still don't know how it is, nursery or whatever's after that. And I remember I used to go to breakfast club a lot. So my mum would go to work. She would go to work like, I don't know, like 8 in the morning. No, she wouldn't go 8. She used to work in the airport, so she would start very early in the morning.
So that's why you needed to be really early.
So I used to go to clubs and stuff. And then I remember the first day I went to year 1, and I think this was, I don't even know how old you are. Yeah, I think I was roughly. So I think I was in nursery for a little bit, not too long. I wasn't in there for a whole year, but then I think when I turned 5 or 6, that's when I went to year 1
Okay.
or something like that. I can't remember.
6 or 7 is year 1, isn't it?
I think 6 or 7 is year 3.
Oh, right. That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah.
So 4 to 5, I think is year
That's
1,
year 1, okay.
2, 3. Yeah, that makes sense. So I remember when she dropped me off at year 1. I remember literally, everything I remembered like it was yesterday. She left me and then she just disappeared. She just went because that's how it is. And I was so like, what? I couldn't. I started crying. I remember I was crying.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I remember how the building layout was, how I walked in and everything. And it was just, it was a big shock. So
of course you've been left, with the people you don't know, and even, the language was something new for you.
Exactly.
I remember with my daughters, the oldest daughter which I have, when I left her first, she didn't cry. She was strong.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, I don't say you're not strong, but she's mentality and the power of her mind was just so strong. She was about to be in the public.
Okay. Yeah.
But the youngest daughter now, I bring in her every day to school, and she's crying literally every time.
Oh wow!
Just for a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
Because she don't want me to leave.
Yeah.
So I completely understand your feeling, at the time. So your school, are you staying in the same school? No changes?
Yeah. So I think I changed one school to another school, but then I stayed in that school till like year 6.
Right. You finished your college? School, then you went over to college?
So I finished my primary, then I went to secondary.
Okay.
After secondary, I went to sixth form.
Is it same place? Or you're changing?
Different place.
Different place.
Yeah, year 1 to year 6, same place. Year 7 to 11, same place, and then sixth form, same place.
Oh, right.
So I stayed in same place.
Right.
Same
So
area.
university. What university did you?
Then
graduate?
I went to Westminster University.
Westminster.
So very central.
Okay.
And to be fair, the reason I went there was because I said to myself, I want to be there where the opportunities are. Because I don't know, it was just the way my brain was working. It was just kind of like
surround yourself with
the right people, and I understood that from a really, really young age. Like not a really young age, like 17, 18.
That's young age though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Somebody in that age still plays video games and don't think about surrounding yourself with somebody.
I just knew that I wanted to be in a central location with people that I just felt like London is where the money is rolling.
Yeah,
because that's what it's about, really. When you come to the country in a bus, you think money's gonna take you to heaven.
Yeah, basically.
So that's basically why I went to university.
So literally, the big spark comes out of your background where you come from, and that is the thing which pushed you. Is that what you think, or you think more like it was into yourself?
I think it's a combination of a few things. It's probably a combination of where I originally came from, kind of the experiences I've had along the way, and just I don't know, just being ambitious overall. Like I don't know where that actually came from, because I used to. So this is what happened. This is actually one thing I've never actually said before is I used to so before I was businessy and I like finance and I like these things. I used to like technology a lot, and I wanted to do something in technology. So when I was still at school at sixth form, I wanted to do something in technology. But then, I don't know, I did like a finance module course at like high school for a GCSE. I did that, and then I just really got interested in it. I really don't know how it transitioned specifically, but I know I just got really interested in finance. It was one thing I did. It was finance. And I started to learn about credit cards, and I was like, this is really, it was genuinely interesting, because I never knew about these things. Before, all I thought was you have to just wake up, work hard, and make your money like that. And you can't think creatively. You can't take money from the bank. And yes, it's debt, but then use that debt for something that makes you more money.
Use someone else's money.
As long as you just make the right calculations. So it really took my interest when I did finance at my high school, basically.
But what was you went over to university? What kind of way was you going to? What was the university about? What is the degree you're going for?
Do you know what? When it comes to university, so this is another thing. When it comes to university, I didn't want to go to university.
Okay.
I didn't want to go to university because do you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to buy the house that I lived in. And that's what I wanted. When I was 17, 18, I'll tell you this crazy story. I had, when I was in sixth form, it was me, one girl that I know that's a really good friend now, and a teacher. That's the only people in the classroom. And I used to come into class and I used to tell them, like, I'm going to buy this house. I'm going to, like, I was always telling them these things that I'm going to do. And literally maybe a couple months ago, I met that teacher up. Like, we just connected again. And she was just like, like, where you been up? Then I just told her, yeah, I bought a house, got this business running this. I'm going to graduate soon. And she couldn't believe it. Because she was just like, oh, wow. She's like, I remember you used to come into class and tell us you're going to buy this house for your mum and do this and do that. And I was just like, even me, I couldn't believe it. Because it's one thing saying something, but then it's another thing actually you're going to go do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So for the moment, I actually reflected. And I went, I did do it. I did do everything I was going to say. I did start a business. I did. And this is another thing I told her one time. She has a business. She has a restaurant. She owns a restaurant in Swindon. And she was doing her accounts. She was doing something on her bank. And she went to me, oh, I said to her, like, what are you doing? Like, she's like, oh, I'm just doing something for my business. And I don't know how this played out, but I looked at her and I just said, one day me and you are going to do business. Literally, I just looked at her. And then obviously, the reason why we met up is because she wanted to buy a property and she just wanted a bit of advice on what she could potentially do. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a property expert, right? I've been in the industry for 2 years, but that's where I'm heading towards. That's what I want to do long term. It's a long term game, and that's what I want to do. But yeah, the teacher, she was the one that forced me to go to university. And it was just such a good feeling to go back and just show her that, you know, because it's just a thought in her head. She's like, you need to go to university.
Yeah.
And she didn't know what the outcome was going to be. Typically, when you go to university, you typically do drugs, go out party every night, do your work last minute. But I changed completely when I went. I changed my whole life. I just completely changed.
Well, yeah, university and generally school, you know, usually your class is full of people, and then on the end of the years, you know, when you need to graduate, you're half or even less. Because most of people go in there because of the parents, because parents want them to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, you had a motivation from the teacher. You know, you thought, well, I'm going to show you I can make it.
Yeah.
And you make it well.
Yeah.
And can you tell by your own thoughts how much university gave you?
How much university gave me? Boy. It didn't give me a lot, I'll tell you that, because I seek knowledge from a lot of things. I seek knowledge from people like you. The one thing about information and knowledge is that everyone has it. Everyone has information and knowledge. You just have to go out and seek it from the right person. And that information is it's up to you to determine whether it's right or wrong. You have to just gather a whole bunch of data, information, education, and you have to filter out what is right and what is wrong, and you have to apply to what's in the current, you know, market or whatever you want to apply that knowledge to. Like if you're doing business, i.e., if you're listening to somebody who's done business 30 years ago, you know, if their business is still operating right now, it probably isn't operating the same it was operating 30 years ago. Things change, things update. So you have to get updated information, reliable information from the right people with experience. So university never really, I just seeked it from other places. Like when I was at university, I started networking more. I started getting to know more people and just realized that the more people you know, the more information you know, if you have the right conversations. Because if you just have conversations about the weekend, you're not really going to get to where you want to get to.
So maybe you can give some advice to somebody who are thinking to go to university, or what is the kind of advice you give?
No, do you know what? I did tell this to somebody the other couple of weeks ago. They said to me, I'm going to go do this course. My advice is, listen, if you are 17, 18, however old before you go to university, like, do you know what? It's really difficult. I'll tell you why. Because I actually didn't know what I wanted to do either. But if you're going to go to university, this is my thing. Yeah, this is what I would say is, number one, just briefly have a think about what you want to do. And if your mind is still telling you, I don't know, go to university. But don't go to university and waste your time. 4 years. Listen, In 4 years, I started 2 businesses and I bought my house, and I'm buying another house soon. So in that 4 years, 3 years to be honest, because 4 years is just because I did a foundation year. In that time, you can do a lot. You just have to use your time wisely. In a day, listen, what I used to think I could do in a year, I now think I can do in 6 months.
Wow.
Literally, just like, because I understand time, how much of it you have. Like, we're shooting this podcast 8 a.m, or whatever time it is. 1 hour here, another hour somewhere else, another hour. You do this.
Yeah, we start in early mornings.
Yeah, you just have to be efficient. You have to filter out what is time wasting and what is not. For me, time wasting is cleaning dishes. For me, time wasting is like, okay, I'm not going to say keeping my room tidy because my room is tidy, yeah, because I'm very clean overall, but just things that aren't relevant. Even food, cooking food is just, it's not really relevant. You can just order food. Yes, it costs money, but if you use your time wisely, you can make that money back.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So that's just how I think. Like so yeah, literally what I thought I could do in a year.
It's not only cooking food. You just need to, before you're cooking food, you need to go to shop.
Yeah, oh, exactly. You need, so
it
takes a lot of time.
Many time
hours. It takes hours.
Yeah, it takes hours.
2.5 hours
to get your meal.
It's too long. You, of course, look, I'm not saying I'm working every minute of the day because sometimes I need to relax as well. But I can't remember your questions. Advice for somebody who's going to university.
Yeah, but
I would just say, listen. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. I would just say, literally, just figure out why you're going to university, and if you're going to go university, have an open mind. Me, I used to associate with a certain type of people that were from a similar background like mine. And I don't want to offend anyone, but basically, typically when you come from abroad, from a low income household, I don't even know how to word this without, you will typically have attributes that kind of put you lower in society. And I had this as well. I used to think a little bit different where in society I was positioned right at the bottom. But then over time, you have to allow your mind to grow and you have to be uncomfortable. At university, there was a lot of things I did uncomfortably. Like I learned how to edit. There's so many things I learned, but it's only because I wanted to.
Yeah.
So don't go to university expecting to learn.
Yeah.
You have to seek. You have to want to learn. You don't go there thinking, oh, another assignment. You have to go and think, okay, what am I going to get out of this?
Yeah.
And break it down and then take it. Because that's what you want. You're greedy. You need to be greedy.
Of course, yeah.
At university.
I completely agree. You need to understand what you want instead of thinking when you're going to go to university, you're going to be successful in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we know most of the cases it's complete other way around.
To be fair, do you know what's crazy? I actually don't. I know some people that are educated, but the majority of people that I know that are successful and have money, if we want to define success by money, they don't have an education.
Yeah. Life teach them. Literally life teach them.
Yeah.
Because most of the billionaires had a really bad background.
Yeah, it's something.
I think that's when you seen poor times.
Oh yeah.
When you had life going up and down, that is where you appreciate.
Yeah.
What you achieve.
Yeah.
When you imagine yourself born in a family where you have
everything,
dad or mom billionaires. And money is not the question you need to even think about.
But those are the people that are most depressed. I don't know if you know this.
Of course, yeah.
I have a friend who works in a hospital.
Because nothing makes him happy. Well, literally.
There's nothing to aim for because you've got everything.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend who works in a hospital and he said he works in like is it called a mental hospital or psychiatric hospital, whatever. And he said majority of people that are in there are people with money. People like kids, not people, kids with money. Like their parents are rich and now these kids are problem, like drug addicts. They've got mental problems because they're so high up. Like all they do is just look down on people. So when you look down, you have to connect with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't if you can't relate to them. If you know what I mean? If you were mega rich and you came from already a really rich family and I was just some kid that came from Poland, it wouldn't be very relevant. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I know in the when I was a kid, we lived also not the fanciest lifestyle, and kids who have money, they even don't really want to connect with you.
Oh, because they think they're better than everyone, but
of course, yeah. That's and did you know that the kids are the most the human being who is the most with this is how I place it, with no feelings about how they can interrupt you. Like, I mean, how they can, if they're doing something bad to you,
I know what you
they
mean.
don't feel about it.
You mean they're very unaware of how they treat other people.
Kid, if he slaps you,
he doesn't.
You don't regret. He don't feel about you. He don't feel sorry about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it is because
they don't understand.
When we grow up, we teach each other which is what is white, what is black, what is good, what is not good, and kids are the persons who don't really think about it.
Yeah.
And that's why when you're in the young age, if one kid have everything and the other kid has nothing, that kid he just don't understand the difference, and he don't care.
Yeah.
If you don't have money, fine, you don't have money. You're not coming with me because you have no money.
Exactly. To me, that's one of the things. I never had a lot of things growing up. So you're saying, where's the drive coming from? I never had where everyone else in my school, maybe their parents could afford it or maybe they couldn't. When I look at it now, to be honest, I don't know why people are buying all of these Nikes and stuff. You need to just save your money.
Yeah.
And buy things that make you money, man. Like, just buy a house instead of spending. I get it, it's stupid. Like, someone's gonna comment, you have to enjoy things. Yeah, you do have to enjoy things, but you also have to make sacrifices to be where you want to be in the next few years. Oh, okay, but somebody's gonna say, but what if you don't make it the next few years? Okay, but at least you tried to better your situation.
Do you think everybody can be persons who can save? Think about
save money.
I mean. I think it's in. I know loads of people can't even save £100.
Yeah,
they can't save it because the ones that get some £40, they just go and spend it.
It's I don't even know what that type. I don't know why people are like that. I don't know. Maybe.
But is it save? Does saving money is right?
Okay, I'll tell you this. Okay, now I don't think saving money is a good thing. I don't think it, but at the beginning, yes. At the beginning, if you're my age, if you're 17, 18, 19, 20, save your money and invest your money. And then, somebody else might say, go spend your money. Like,
what is the right amounts you need to have before you start to invest?
What is the right amount you need to have before you start to invest? It depends what you invest in. If you invest in stocks and shares, you can invest in with £1 to 100. Some platforms allow you to do that. If you want to invest in bigger things, but you have to educate yourself about what an investment is. So people don't just go out there and invest in stupid things that people tell you are investments, because people are gullible nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
You tell them anything's an investment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, come invest in this. They'll give you their money. If you can, there's too many
many scams.
Yeah, there's too many people that are good at manipulating and kind of going out there and telling you that, this is the right thing to do, but it's not. So you have to educate yourself.
I'm gonna teach you. Come and pay me, and I'm gonna show you the right way.
Potentially, there's a lot of. You have to be able to filter out people quick.
Yeah.
And
if you can do it, I think the best way is just to find someone close to you who can help you to find the right way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where you can, the person who you can trust. Yeah, really, really interesting to see your story about how you started over here and how was your first stages in life. Tell me about what is the next steps after you graduate? I know you said in already being in the uni.
Yeah.
Well, this is incredible though. When you started multiple businesses and bought your first property.
Yeah,
this is a milestone for someone. It's like seriously. You finish in university.
Yeah.
What is your plan? Straight you finished, or you had already plans before you finished the university? What is the
plan?
Next things going ahead?
I think, do you know what? It's really difficult to say because I don't. Okay, if you take out the university bit, what is my plan after university? It's not. It's what I'm doing now. It's just keep doing what I'm doing. Keep trying to run a business. Keep trying to grow, challenge myself, become a better person. Like, the money now is kind of like, I'll be honest, I got to a point like I did at a young age, I did make a decent amount of money to understand that it's not what I want fully. Like, I want to grow and build things. So my main thing is just focusing on the businesses, growing, helping. We've got a charity, just really living life to the fullest. And when I mean life to the fullest, I literally mean just, I don't even know how to, it's so difficult to explain, like just living to the fullest. Like, I don't know if you see, but my mind is open.
I can tell.
Like, I've driven here 3 hours. I've stayed, with you for a week or however long it is, last week, the whole week. I don't think, I could be doing this in London, partying or doing this, or I want to go see my friends. I'm just living to the fullest, driving 3 hours, got my music on blast sometimes, got my making conversations, making calls. Just every minute of the day, I want to do something.
Yeah.
Like even last night, I couldn't go to sleep. And I didn't even tell you, but the website came in, so that's why I was looking at the website as well.
Oh, right, yeah. That's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah,
can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so that came in as well. So I was looking at that, and I was just like, I was just living.
Just working.
But then I also, don't get me wrong, I also do enjoy myself. It's not that I'm just constantly working. So for all of you that are thinking, you have to work, and you'll get it. Yes, you do, but you also need to, you need to be aware of how your mind's working.
Yeah.
If you're feeling down,
I think you need a bit of a team too, because always you can think you are smashing, you can work every minute of the day.
Yeah.
But if you're working still wrong, you are just wasting time.
You have to be very smart.
You have to be smart, but you can see the thing, when you think you are smart.
Yeah,
that's the only person who thinks you are smart. It's you yourself.
Yeah,
you need somebody around you who fulfill the thing you want to, like you are for me now, like in the construction crew.
Yeah,
you helping me with the marketing side of stuff, and you fulfill me.
Okay.
I mean, when I need things which I don't know, in the marketing side of you are the fulfillment for that kind of thing,
okay, I get what you're saying. So kind of just that missing part.
Yeah, missing part of the puzzle. Yeah,
I got you. Yeah,
and but that person needs to be decent, like you are for me. I can read it.
Yeah,
when you talk like from the book in your young age, like man, in the things you do. If you're gonna talk with me about what I'm doing, I'm gonna talk from the book.
Yeah. No, I know.
I really appreciate it. And you need these people around yourself to be who you are.
Sorry to interrupt you. Do you know what you just said? You see what you just said about how if I was going to talk to you about what you do, but have you noticed that whenever we go on site, I ask questions? I know I don't know everything.
Of course,
I don't have to pretend to you and tell you that I know everything. I don't know about what you do fully.
Yeah,
like you guys, the things that you would.
But you don't need to. That's why we are a team.
Exactly.
That's why you have this team.
That's
you
my
don't
point.
need to know how you do accounts, how you do build sites or whatever. What we do,
Yeah.
That's why you build a team. That's why you have this how do you call it, power team?
Yeah, power team.
Who makes all things happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, but that's like even when we were in Lower Drayton.
Yeah.
It was like I was just really, taken back. I was like, okay, so what does that do? What's he doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that's how you have to build your knowledge all the time.
Of course,
you have to seek it.
Of course, everything.
Even like yesterday, I asked you about your security system. You're like, why are you asking about it? Because I just want to know.
It was weird, yeah, but no, you need to know the things, and I'm the same kind of, I'm like a SpongeBob.
Yeah,
it always tries to get things into me, seek for the information. But that's really incredible, when you do things like this. Tell me, I know we're going all around and everywhere in our stories, but I like it though. That's why we're here. I want to know more about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell me, you are telling, since we started this podcast, you already a couple of times mentioned that you have multiple businesses.
Yeah.
Please talk about the business you started first.
Okay.
And what was the reason you wanted to go for that particular business? Have you had any knowledge in the business you want to go in, or that was like because someone else had it and you think that's a good way how to make money? Yeah. Tell me your first business. Okay,
the very first business that I started was a marketing agency. And the way that I'll tell you exactly how that started. I used to go to the gym. I'll take it back a little bit more. When I was at university, I was learning how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, a couple of programs that I was like, how can I use these to my benefit? How can I use these to my benefit? And then what I started to do is I started to go to the gym. When I started to go to the gym, I started to bit by bit edit my videos. I was like, okay. And then I started to realize that you can make money from editing these videos for people, because a lot of people wanted to do it. And I was at the gym. So back in the gym, I remember there was a lot of personal trainers, and these personal trainers, some of them just didn't look like they had any clients, respectfully. So what I thought is like, if I can learn how to edit and market them, because I was learning about marketing, I was learning about international marketing. I was already learning this at university, but I then took that and then I said, how can I make it into a business? How can I, because I'm learning about business, international business is what I'm doing. So I don't want to learn about international business and then go work for a business in a small little part of a business.
So the university was international business?
I did international business at university.
But before you went over to university, you said you was going to university because your teacher said you definitely need to go for it.
Yeah.
How did you before you go to university, how did you find the
course I want to do?
Yeah, literally, yeah, because
I didn't.
International.
I didn't find the course I want to do. Sorry, I did business management first.
Oh, right, I see.
I did business management first. I was already managing a business for somebody else, working at a theme park.
Okay.
I was doing daily manager shifts.
This makes more sense.
Daily manager shifts. Then I was the team leader overall.
Yeah.
So I was running daily operations anyways, management, supplies, everything. Just everything that had to be done. The systems were in place. I just had to manage them. So
and then
I was like, why am I doing this? I'm already managing a business. I don't need to learn about more management.
Yeah.
So then I said, let me do international business. I don't know about international business, but then I learned it. When you're going into international markets, you have to do certain research, reports.
Right. And then the first business, the first business.
Yeah, first business. Then I started to learn how to do these things over a period of time. I learned how to edit, use Adobe. I got a video of when I first started, and I'll put it in this video as well. Literally, it was just me, my laptop. I bought a laptop. I just started learning for free. I wasn't getting paid.
Yeah.
You have to do things for free and not.
Of course, yeah.
Don't
to
get
gain
paid
experience.
for it.
Yeah.
Get experience. So I was just like, look, let me self-learn. Let me YouTube.
And if you can learn for free, what can
it's
be
a bonus.
Better? Yeah, it's a real big
Somebody
bonus.
said to me, how can I improve? I'm like, it's all there for you. YouTube is there for you. You have so many free courses. But going back to the business, listen, literally just started to learn how to do these things. My very first client, Elevation, he's the best thing. I mean, he doesn't even know how much, he doesn't know that he was the very first person. So he's a personal trainer. He's magnificent. He's one of the greatest trainers that I've seen. His energy is just, I've never shown you, but his energy is just, you walk into the gym and you know if he's in the gym, you know he's in the gym because he's pushing his clients to the next level. He's very inspirational.
Right.
He was the very first person I did work with.
Okay, and you do what you do for him?
I did a graphic poster. And this is the thing, he doesn't even know this. I never actually knew how to do any of the work. He doesn't know this. And I remember I did it
but
for
you acted
£50.
like you know the things and you are ready to deliver.
Do you know what's crazy? The very first thing I sent him, when I look back on it now, I couldn't believe I sent that to him. I was like, wow, that was horrific. It just looked like something on Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
It was horrible. And then I was just like, how can I? So then I had to learn how to use Photoshop. And I was under a lot of pressure to try but I had nothing else.
Yeah.
So that little bit of pressure now it's nothing. It's nothing.
That's a daily.
Then it was hours and hours of stress. Now it's just like, that's just morning pressure now.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And he was the very first person I did something with. He then printed that, put that in the gym.
Do you do this as a company's director, or you do it as just private stuff? Like your first like a client, but private client before even having a company.
I think I can't actually remember the timeline. I registered the company in July. I can't remember when this was. Yeah, this was before. Yeah, this is before. Yeah,
so this is where you gain your first experience.
Yeah, this is like the first thing.
This is the confidence which you gain literally before you open the company.
Absolutely, and I was just like, "Wow, it works."
You see, it works.
And then from there it just went from one thing to the next client, and then the other thing is just like, social media is big, content creation is big. What I was doing, the videos, let me try sell that now. So I would go and say, yeah, this is what I've done. This is the edits I've done. Like, I think it would really benefit you because, as you know, using pictures is much more effective than text, blah, 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 whatever my pitch was, right? And then it just picked up from there. We just did 1 video, 2 video, did some photos, did some barbershops, and I would just sit there and message people locally.
So your first business calls...
The business? What's it called?
Yeah.
DPG Agency.
DPG Agency.
It's just my name.
Which still you have?
Yeah, I still have it till this day, still operating and running. I'm not going to say that I've grown it massively because I haven't, but there's a reason for that. And that's obviously, we'll get into that briefly. But that first, Lenny was he was the first person I did work for, and he doesn't even know, like, that he was the spark to now sitting here, basically.
He was the guy who gave you the confidence that works, literally, that you have a client.
Literally.
And that's really important.
And it was weird. Do you know what? It was very weird to say that it's weird to call people clients.
Yeah.
But now I'm comfortable with calling people clients, because I'm like, they are my clients.
It
The
makes
people
you
I look
proud.
after. Yeah. I'm like, they're the people I want to look after, and I want to make sure that I do my best for. But it was just like, when I look back on it, it's just like, wow. He doesn't even probably know. That's the thing. He doesn't even know that I didn't even know anything, because he posted on Instagram.
But you delivered.
Yeah,
and that's the most important.
He was happy. Yeah.
Even though if you would offer somebody as a youngster and you say, I'm gonna go my business, but nobody knows, they think you might already have business.
Yeah.
But this is how the other thing would work. Even if you don't know, you just find somebody who know.
Yeah.
And that's how you start a business.
That is true.
I think that would be one of the key things for the other youngsters who would love to go in the business.
Yeah.
And even if you are scared, you're never gonna make it. You find somebody who already works in the industry, and if you can't deliver, you just ask him help. Yeah. Make less margin.
Yeah.
But you still delivered, and you lifted your name.
Do you know, in most cases, I worked more for free than paid. In a lot of cases, because this is the one thing I have learned. This is a tip I will give.
The calculations.
This is the one thing I will give out. Yeah, you're saying to get somebody else. Yeah, you're better off. You can do that. You're better off slowly. Listen, if you don't take money from someone, they have no expectation. They can't tell you, oh, I was expecting you to do this. Can you do this?
Yeah.
You can't do that. So one tip is, if you want to gain your experience, photography, videography, marketing, any of those things, there's obviously certain industries that you can do and then you can't. You know, property, you need to know what you're doing. Things like that, you have to know. You have to be educated, be around the right people, have the network, etc., etc. But when you're doing a marketing business, if you want to just start, this is how you start. Yeah, this is exactly how you start a business. Yeah, one of those businesses. Just go to people that have a business and just say, this is what I'm trying to offer. How does that sound? Can I just do it for you for free? And be transparent. Just say, look, I don't have much experience. Because that's how I got so I had three shoots before I got a camera, and I never knew how to use a camera. I was very courageous back then. I don't know how I was thinking to get so many things going without having no experience. I don't know how I did it. But literally just tell people, look, I'll do it for free. Because if you do it for free now, just think of it as like, think about your CV, yeah? Now that's going on your CV. That's value now.
That's your portfolio.
That's your portfolio, and that's what you're building. You're building yourself up from the ground up. Yeah. Free, and then the rest of it, then you start getting paid. Then you start getting recognized. People, you do.
But I think is this right? When you start something and you do something for free, when you love that what you do you think about the money?
No, not at all.
You don't even think about the money, do you?
You don't. For me, that's why that's why I did a lot for free, because I was just like, okay.
You was thinking more about yourself.
Yeah, I was enjoying it. Yeah, I was enjoying it at the beginning. Yeah, 100%. But then you have to be able to kind of still enjoy it and get paid.
Yeah. Well, I think this is one of the if you do it for free, like you said, this could be one of the examples, because I know, you know, these new guys or girls who start in tattoos.
Yeah.
They ask people come over for free.
Yeah.
To do a tattoos, you know. Yeah. And this is the way how they, like, I know tattoo is not the best way how to.
They obviously practice on fake skin.
They do
on fake skin. Yeah.
They do that, but they also offers someone to come over and do the tattoos for free.
Even haircuts.
Yeah, even haircuts the same. You know.
Yeah, that's
a funny thing to experiment with, isn't it?
Yeah, you just have to do things for free.
If you're the model.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
If you go as a model and you know the startup gonna do some tattoo to you, you're like, even if it's free, it still scares you out, you know.
I don't know about that. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's how you gain your experience and start to go. So your DPG. Why is the name DPG agency?
It's just my name.
Where's that coming from? But agency. What was the purpose of agency? Because agency is the mid companies in between something.
Yeah, so it's just a marketing agency, isn't it? It's just an agency that
delivers.
I didn't think too much. I didn't think too much about the name. I didn't really care. I was just like, I didn't care. You don't need to care about the name. you can change the name.
Of course you can change,
but you just have to have a name, you know, when you register.
When I become with my business, I know this company, Construction Crew, we became with the name with the partners.
Yeah.
But when I was starting, you know, when I came over to UK and I started my you know, renewable energy business,
Yeah.
I was thinking about which name.
How long were you thinking about that for?
Oh, long.
Well, that's my point. I didn't want to think about it long. I just wanted to register and start trading, and that's because you can change your name. And Construction Crew is the registered business name. You can operate under a completely different.
Of course,
name.
yeah, that's my
point.
I know that.
Yeah.
I hope most of the people know this, that you can register your company or whatever. You can even
trade on
company's name can be in the digits.
Yeah.
I mean, you can 1, 2, 3, 4 limited.
Yeah.
But then the trading name is
completely different. Yeah. So I didn't really think too much about it. I just said, look, I just want to register. And my name is just my name, innit? DPG. It has a ring to it. Actually, I'll tell you why I use DPG. One time I was on somebody's Instagram live and he just went DPG. And I was just like, oh, it has a nice ring. And I was just like, that's what it's going to be. But DPG overall is it's just my brand, isn't it? It's just DPG. Everybody knows DPG for DPG.
Right.
Like if you know people, like if people around me, they know DPG for. It's just like a normal thing now. Like DPG is just. Can you even the way I'm saying it's just DP. It's just normal, you know.
For me, it sounds DPD.
Yeah, that's what people used to say a lot. DPD.
Yeah, it just makes you you know.
Do you know when I'm doing when I'm calling about properties? My email is at dpgproperties.co.uk, and they're like, oh, DPD. I'm like, no.
People are like, oh yeah, you're a big company, are you?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but what is the level where you see the company at the minute?
All right, yeah, the level, I'll tell you. So this is what I was going to touch on earlier. So when I started the business, I was gaining traction. I had 3 clients in 1 week, another client 4 clients, literally just at the start straight away. Well, I say straight away, it's obviously over a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but
it's very quick.
It's quick.
And I was just popping up, messaging, saying this and that, this and this. Do you want this? I can do this. I can try this. You know what I mean? And set an expectation low. Then the price, I would price things based on how I would expect the price to affect the quality. If I wasn't confident in doing videos, I would lower it a bit price to the market average. You know, market average for a video back then was, you know, £300-400. Even then, that's cheap. That's very cheap, £300-400. But I was doing 150. I used to do so. I would put in. You know the project we did. Germany. 80 something hours.
Yeah.
So that the ones that I used to do would be like, I don't know, 30 hours. So if you divide 30 hours by 150, it's like,
yeah, it's
I don't know if it doesn't cover anything really. Maybe like if you think about it, the software's £20, so that's already on 130. You got to pay for petrol to get there. The equipment over £2,000.
Of course, yeah.
What does it cover? Nothing. You're still in a loss. So I had 3-4 clients then, and it was slowly growing. I had a construction company that I was working with, like barbers that I was doing videos for. What was it? Just local, even in London, local restaurant chains that I would work with. And then I just had a client that just said, I had a property client, and he was just like, oh, do you want to come learn how to, not come learn, but do you want to come do videography for me? I was just like, yeah, property, why not? So I took a massive step back then. I basically just had no more clients. I wasn't trying to push the business forward.
Right.
Literally just worked with this client for the whole year. And that's pretty much it. And then after that, I finished. So this was last year now. I finished my university, and now we're back here again.
Now you're working for Construction Crew,
helping.
Exactly. Not working for, but you're helping us, and that's what we really appreciate, and we feel a massive difference, you know, and you in the way you're gonna learn more.
Yeah,
I believe. But yeah, fantastic to hear about your first steps in the business.
Yeah.
You mentioned something about the charity.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what is this charity about, and what is your position in the charity?
Okay, so Hang Up the Phone. We've got a charity called Hang Up the Phone, and the purpose of it is just to spread awareness of the effects of social media on your mental health. The way it came about is one of my friends. He did so this is another thing. See, everything kind of links together. Everything I do links together. So when I started the videos for workouts, the whole purpose of that was to try and persuade people to look after their mental health. But I struggled to implement the mental Oh goodness. Implement the mental
No
side of
worries.
things. Implement the mental side of things. So I couldn't go out there and say work out because it's good for your mental health. I couldn't make the link. My friend, he did a module at university, and he did a lot of academic research. He did everything. He wrote a report on it, I think, an academic journal or whatever. And he just said, look, he got such a good grade in it. He just said, look, I need to go out and start a charity properly. So then we sat down. He said, this is that. I said, look, I'm ready. I'm good to go for it. Like, let's go. The charity, yes, it's the charity for me specifically. So my role is I'm a senior trustee. I don't know if that even means anything. But yeah, me and him, we've worked.
Explain it if you can. If
Senior trustee.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, a trustee is basically just somebody within the charity that. So you obviously have the main person, and the trustee has responsibilities to keep there's like a paper, governing paper or whatever that you have to follow. So you have to make sure that charity is operating under those governing policies.
You like a body. You control.
Yeah, your role is just to make sure that the charity is operating under the right,
Schedule,
legal framework.
Agenda. Like on the right agenda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the right schedule. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
And then you controlling that part of the charity. Where's the charity at the point? How old is it? When did you start? When your friend did start the charity? And where you are now?
Yeah, it's crazy. Right now, the position we're in with the charity is just, it's tremendous. Like some of the things we've got coming up, like he to be honest, we've worked hard on getting everything going. Like, yeah, ridiculous. Charity started about January, about 6-7 months ago.
Is it 2022?
Yeah. But he did his assignment in December or something, but then we really got going. But really, we've only really been actually pushing it for the last 4 or 5 months. Like,
okay.
Because initially the first stage was like introduction, getting to know, read the paper, this is what the charity is about. Then the next stage is, okay, what we're going to do, make the plan, and then what we wanted to do. So we've done since we've started and done everything and have made our plan. We've been to schools to educate children. We have worked with other charities.
Is it any age limits for the...
No.
There is no any age limits?
No, not
so
at
you
all.
try to tell anyone that the phone is not the thing you want all times in your hand?
Oh, see, that's where that's where there's a thin line, because it's not that you don't want to have the phone. Is that when you're on social media, specifically when you're on social media, you need to understand how it affects your mental health, and that's what we're trying to bring awareness to.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of research that shows that, like, I'll just wrap it up with it's bad. Like, there's a lot of research that shows it's bad, but it's also good because I've connected with many people.
Yeah, everything is good and bad. Depends how you use it.
Exactly.
Even food.
Oh yeah.
Most of the foods are not the best. Loads of proteins, loads of fats in it.
Oh yeah.
But depends how much you use it.
You need a balance.
Yeah, need the balance exactly. Yeah. Your charity is literally working to show that the platforms are full of bad things as well. And kids are seeing that in completely different perspective.
It's do you know what? When we went to the schools, it was actually a very difficult thing to process.
How is the kids reacting when you talk this?
Yeah, depends what year, because we did the whole year, the whole school.
Yeah,
we did like over 100 students.
Yeah.
But it's just very, it's not even their reaction. It's just how they think. It's just it's just how they think. The things that they're thinking that they're gonna gain from social media. Some of them you think I'm lying here. Some of them are spending 12, 13 hours social media. I'm not even just talking their phones. Social media. They're going to sleep 5, 6 in the morning
and wake up
after
go to school.
An hour. And go to school. Genuinely, that's how bad it is. So that's how, when we went in, we left and I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh wow, this is going to be difficult.
So you try with the charity, you try to limit in some people's minds the usage of the phone, but especially younger ages.
they're the most addicted. Even older people are more addicted as well. Older generations like Facebook, younger generations TikTok, Snapchat.
Yeah.
All of this.
Well, my dad is 68.
Okay.
And he's spending most of his day, because he's now retired.
Yeah.
So he's got loads of time. He's any hour in day is his time. You know, Facebook is one.
Yeah.
And then YouTube, massively. YouTube.
Yeah.
You've got billions of videos you can watch.
Oh yeah.
It never ends, and he's addicted to it.
Yeah.
Like seriously, he's. When I see him, he sometimes he walks around like somewhere in house, but then he sits down and spends hours watching videos.
Yeah. Even look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, we've got a charity and I'm perfect. It's not that, because even me, I get sucked into it sometimes. You spend a bit too long on this and that. But it
depends how you've been sucked into the phone. I'm in my phone most of the time.
Yeah.
When I'm out of office, you know, when I'm going home, I'm having a dinner after work. But while I'm having a dinner, I'm still reading phone.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing in phone, I have news. I have LinkedIn. I'm checking what's new in the business. You know, I'm not sitting and watching only TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram I use only to post.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do spend some time to scroll around when I have time, when I relax.
Listen, as soon as you pick up your phone and you have those platforms on there, you're gonna get sucked in.
Yeah.
During the day, unless you don't have a phone on a day to day, and then everybody's gonna get sucked in.
But people
don't understand how that they're sucked in.
Yeah.
They just think it's part of their day.
I understood, and you know when. I was reading this book, How to Become the Best Seller.
Okay.
Salesperson.
Oh, nice.
So I was.
Is that what the book is called?
Yeah, I think it's the best seller.
Okay, cool.
Or best salesman. I still got that book. I'll
put it in description maybe.
Yeah, I'll put it in description. This book, it's really good book, and there was one of the parts where they was trying to tell you how to get really good sleep.
Okay.
So you go cold shower first in the evenings, and then before you sleep, just before you sleep, literally you 10 to 20 minutes, I think it was, before you go sleep, you put your phone on side and don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I always get tired by using phone.
Oh, do you?
Always. I'm reading news and then I'm getting to sleep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy though. But this is how I realized how much phone is needed to myself to go to sleep. You know?
Oh, how dependent you are on it.
Yeah. You know, literally, I started to try this. Cold shower, bang, phone on the side, try sleep.
Yeah.
And because my mind is so creative, full of thoughts and new ideas, and even though without new ideas and stuff, I've got still things in the business I need to think about, loads of things.
Oh yeah.
And if I put my phone down and try to sleep,
your mind
my brain is just starting rock and roll.
That's why I work out.
I can't get sleep.
Yeah,
I can't. Literally, I'm struggling to get sleep. But then I take my phone, couple news, couple videos.
Yeah.
Done.
So, that's crazy. For me, it works very differently.
Because I just literally, and then I realized how bad is it? How bad is this addiction to the phone?
To be fair, that seems worse than.
But I can bet you.
Yeah.
That most of people are like this.
Oh,
and I have spoken with friends and they said, listen, the same problem.
Oh, there's millions.
You just can't put the phone on the side and just go sleep. You're starting to rock and roll.
See, that means what I think anyways. I feel like that is like internal. Something in your mind is, I feel like there's, I don't want to make it sound like, but there's certain things in your life that has affected your focus. So you need to bring attention to those things. Like you need to figure out what in your life, because you're having the thoughts because you're trying to get away from another thought. That's how I think it works. I'm not a psychologist. I'm nothing. I don't know anything.
But for myself, I just think my brain just works different way. You know, when I go sleep, I just can't go sleep without thinking about loads of things. I need to be really tired to just switch off. I have switched off multiple times without using phone, like because I'm really tired.
Yeah.
You know, the day pumped me really physically out. But I try this from the book.
Yeah.
The book is really good, and definitely I'm going to put it in description so people can have them read it. It's really loads of things you can take away from the book.
Yeah.
But this was one of the things I tested on myself.
Yeah.
Cold shower.
Yeah.
Was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it freshes you out. You wake up in the morning, you feel really good. But this phone thing, that was struggle for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, people can literally try. And see the difference.
Yeah, 100%. No, you do need to make some changes. Like even me, like I make changes in my life every so often. Just small things. You have to just change the way your phone looks, the way the screen looks, the layouts. I don't know, because after a certain point, you just pick up a scroll and you're not even thinking.
Yeah.
That's why you have to make the changes. So that app is not there anymore. Where is it? You have to look for it.
Yeah.
So I make those changes quite often. So it's literally just about just adapting. Just keep changing what you're doing, and eventually things change. If you make changes, things change.
Of course.
If you can't sleep without your phone, you have to change something to make it. So for me, I work out. I work out a lot. Like I work out every time. So for me, that helps me mentally. It's incredible. I don't know why I don't know why more people don't work out.
Yeah.
Instead, like people with problems that turn to like alcohol and stuff. Like you need to just go for a run.
Yeah.
Feel like you're ripping through your body.
Well, I am like I have these periods, and I think most of people like up and down. You think like, wow, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna be healthy.
Yeah.
And you go healthy. Bang, down.
Yeah, happens.
And then because you lose the motivation for that.
Yeah.
And because I've got most of my day busy of the business and stuff, it's not like I can't lie that I don't have a time to plan it.
Oh, people have
I just
time.
don't want to plan it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've got more important things in my day to think about. Because to go gym, I need a couple hours. I need hours to prepare myself. And then
prepare yourself.
I mean, prepare, travel.
Yeah.
Firstly, get from work, get home.
Yeah.
Get your bag ready. Get your drinks ready for the gym. Then go to the gym. Then do the gym. Then go shower. Go back home. How many hours you spend? 4,
Shall I be honest
5?
with you? For me, it takes an hour and a half to do everything.
Even in the gym.
Yeah.
Well, if it's just a run, then yeah. But if you go proper gym, I mean.
Yeah, proper gym. An hour and a half.
But that's how hour you should spend into the gym before even you prepare yourself to go to the gym.
What, an hour to prepare to go to the
No, I
gym?
mean in the gym.
Yeah.
That's already hour where you spend in there. Or you just spend 15 minutes in the gym.
No, an hour and a half in like overall everything. I'm saying an hour and a half. You only need to
that's quick. How many minutes you are in the gym?
45 minutes, 1 hour, hour and a half. It depends.
But then your gym is local, is it?
Yeah, my gym's about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But for me, if I lived out here, I would just be running or doing push-ups or something. Or I have an app called Fit. Whenever I travel, I do the Fit workout. And I just do that. Because I don't have an excuse.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
That's true. Honestly, I don't mean it in an offending way. I just mean the way gym for me is no excuses.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, I was in a horrific.
Yeah,
gym.
you can say gym. People are saying, yeah, you're just looking for excuses to not go to the gym.
Yeah.
But then if I would say, why you don't sit down and do the business more? But I need to go to the gym. Well, that's excuse. That's excuse not to do the business, but
no. But
go
then,
to the.
but see, no. But do you know why I think that's wrong? Do you know why I think that's wrong? Because you can still do everything because you have enough time in the day.
Of course you have.
Just have to sleep
of course
less.
you have. Of course you have. You need to be prepared to fight every day.
Yeah.
Because then if you spend every minute do business hard and still go do gym, you need to be ready to live alone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have
it's
really hard though when you have family and you need to be even some hours at home, with the family. Because I had these thoughts, I would love to sit in the office till 9 o'clock in the evening and go home. But then, what's the point of the family?
Yeah.
Well, I would maybe live with it, but my wife would be like, come on.
Yeah.
This is not how it works.
But you know what it is? Yeah, this is the thing I was talking about, the sacrifice bit. You have to sacrifice something.
Yeah,
and
well, you have to.
But do you know what it is though? I don't mean it in a way where you have to family, when you're from Europe, community and family is everything. Like when we go
Yeah.
back, I know when you go back home, your community, your family.
Yeah.
I know like when you have special, everybody comes on the table, have dinner.
Yeah.
Even when you go, like, you know, everyone comes together, and it's just how it is. So some things, you know, I don't know. I know, do you know what? I'll tell you a crazy story. I know somebody who said to me, true story, yeah. This is crazy. I don't even know if I can say it. He literally said, all right. He literally said that he's so motivated to do business that he's not worried about spending more time with family. And I said, oh, okay, but do you not think about when they die, like you never see them again? Oh, but I already had enough experiences with them. I just went, wow. I remember it. It affected me emotionally. So I remember it till now.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can you say that? For me, I can't imagine, like my life without mum.
Nah.
I sound like a mummy's boy right now. What I mean is like, I just can't.
No, but it's your mum.
Because she's the person that's always been there for me. So how can I say, I can never say to myself, I've spent enough time with her.
Yeah.
What? I can't even get that through my head.
There is no enough time.
I wish I could buy more time, but you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't buy more time. So.
And you don't know how much is left.
Yeah.
You don't know how much time is left.
Yeah.
So yeah, people just need to enjoy every minute and every possibility. Of course, you don't. You can't. We all have. You're gonna build your family in time.
Oh yeah.
And then it's. You can't spend every minute with your family. You need to do something in your life to be able to run the family and grow the family. You know.
Yeah.
Because it's a responsibility. It takes money. It takes time.
Yeah.
Family is also another part of business.
Oh yeah, so it's another business, and you have to register.
Yeah. You have to register and stuff. Yeah, that's true. Kind of sounds funny.
Yeah.
We found the how much it looks same like a business, innit?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we are everywhere around today, but I love to hear all these stories from you. Sounds like I'm talking with somebody my age already, you know, who already seen loads of things.
Yeah. Well, I guess I have, innit? I guess, like I said, the experiences that come with it. I think, yeah, it's just experience. Like I would love to sit and talk about all the experiences. Like, look, the best way I can put it, when I say experiences, I don't want to make this too long, but when I say experiences, let me paint a picture for you. So we come from a low income background. We've come into the country on a bus. Yeah. True story. Yeah. We've come on a bus. We live in not the greatest part of the city, rough. So you see things, you do things, you see things, you don't have focus. You don't think education is going to take you anywhere. You think money's going to take you everywhere. So you have to think of a way to get money. But then you have to realize that your current situation.
Does everyone think about that money going to take them somewhere?
I
believe most of young people and still, whatever our age people, most of people, they think, oh, I need money to get this, to buy that. But
I think it solves their problems. I think people think it solves their problems.
Yeah,
that's what because I used to think this. I used to think if I have money, I'll tell you what shifted my mindset in money. Yeah, when I made a decent amount of money, I said I looked around. I stopped for a minute and I looked around and I said, nothing's changed. The same situations are happening. The same experiences are happening. What's changed? Nothing.
You just have more money.
You just have more. It's just having another iPhone.
Yeah.
What difference does it make to your life?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's what you do with that makes a difference. It's more mentally. If you have bad relationships at home, money's not going to fix that.
No.
People from Europe have this idea that if you have money, it's going to solve your arguments with your husband. True story, right? They think it's going to solve their problems with their mum, brother, sister. It doesn't.
Yeah.
If I win the lottery, things will be okay.
No.
What?
Yeah, you're going to...
No difference. If you win the lottery, do you know what happens? Even more, you go even down. Even more down.
Because you start to think that you are a big guy now in one day, you know. And
everybody wants everything from you.
You don't appreciate it, literally.
So money doesn't do anything for you mentally. Like, you just have to make... Back to the picture, you have to look at your situation and be genuine with yourself.
Yeah.
If you're in a low income background, admit it. You have to admit. You have to be honest with yourself. If you're living in a rough part of the city, you shouldn't be owning Rolexes. You shouldn't be owning anything expensive. I dress very plain. Don't get me wrong, I used to have a lot of things, designer.
But then you
I sold everything.
Yeah.
I sold everything. I was like, why? I live in this council estate. Why do I need to own this stuff? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The friends that I have, you know, they're in a similar situation.
Yeah.
Why are we battling to have nicer things when we're still, our life is going to be exactly the same?
Yeah, you still can't afford it. Yeah, nothing changed.
It makes no difference. You have to be honest with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, massive information coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is your future plans? Next 5 years, 10 years, where you see yourself growing? Because you know yourself, you're full of energy. You're looking always for new information. You're learning every day.
Yeah.
But always kind of you have to have goals.
Yeah.
You have to have plans. What you're gonna be, where you want to bring yourself up to. You know, what is the level?
Really and truly, I have it segmented in different parts. So I have like my family, financial, and just my like personal goals that I want to achieve. Personal goals are little things like I want to be a certain weight, a certain body type, travel certain cities, just little things. Family goals, I just want my family to be happy. I want my family to grow, you know, in the future. Of course, 5 to 10 years, have my own children, things like that, have a nice big house. Do you know what? I did this exercise. And this is part of what I'm saying. It's not just another story, but I did this exercise. I wrote down everything that I want in my life and how much it's going to cost. And it's only about 200 grand a year.
Right.
So I just want to get to the point where I'm earning 200 grand and that's paying for my life, my dream life. That's literally, this is an exercise that I've been told to do a couple times. So you don't have to own everything. You don't have to own your car, as in you can get it on finance, lease.
Yeah.
You can rent your property, right? And own property. Don't get me wrong. You can own certain properties and rent your property. But if you have enough, of course, own your own property as well, right? Literally, it's about 200 grand. I want a bike, car, couple holidays. I think, you know what? It's not even about, it's about 15 grand.
Do you think when you're gonna achieve this, and I believe that's gonna happen quite soon?
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna stop your lifestyle to be like where you are now? I think the level, when you're gonna achieve the level where you say now, you know, 200 grand a year would make your life where you want it to be.
150. Yeah,
you just would rapidly stay there.
Yeah.
Think about it, and then you're just gonna
go up more,
lift the level, and say, listen, this is the next. Because still, listen, life can change rapidly. You can achieve your £200,000 in the next year.
Yeah,
maybe. Well, this year is everything can happen, but this year is literally not far from
finishing.
From finishing. Yeah, but your life can change next year.
Yeah,
it depends who you're gonna meet, how the business is gonna go.
Yeah,
I think you can achieve it quite quick.
100%.
To get to that stage which you just said.
But you have to believe it. You have to.
Yeah, you have to believe.
This is the thing. You have to believe what you're saying. I went to East London and I did a talk.
Knowing you. I can tell you believe everything.
I went to East London and I went around all the kids. There's 16 kids, and I said to them, "What do you guys want to do?" Boom, 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 and everyone is so low energy. I want to be.
You have to have energy.
I said to them, listen, if you lot are be honest with me, how many of you really want to be these things? You have to, when you're saying it, you have to say it like you believe in it.
Yeah.
You have to have high energy.
First thing is just believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was scared when I started my business, and when I went over to meet my first client, which is the biggest client we have today.
Yeah.
I was 25 at that time, and I was scared. I was scared about what they're going to think about me when I'm going to offer them my services.
Yeah.
I thought they're going to think, oh, you're too young. Where's your experience? How can you have some experience when you are so young? And I was scared about what they're going to tell. But then I just jumped over the
fear.
Yeah. And just went over and spoke my plans out. You know, I said, listen, I'm here. We can do the services, blah, blah, blah. And that goes. You just need to jump over the fear. Yeah, you just literally jump over the fear and realize everything is a conversation. Yeah. Everything is a conversation. If you're going to get declined, just get declined. So what? Yeah. So what? Next. There's a saying, it's fear has stolen, I think it was, fear has stolen many more dreams than failure or something like that. Yeah, of course. I believe so. And it sounds logical. It has.
Do you know how many people I
people
know that are
care
old?
so much. Like,
It's the fear, man. It's the fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of not making, not being able to, not just so many things. You have to just who cares?
It just needs
Who
who
cares?
cares?
No one knows.
No, you don't go to speak with your clients in public
That's why you need to
on the
have
front
mentally.
of 100,000 people asking for a business.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. If you're gonna say no, maybe the other company around the corner gonna say yes, of course.
Yeah.
We was waiting for you. You know, just
Ask questions.
just ask questions and be yourself and don't scare.
Yeah.
Because failure makes no difference. It just makes you stronger, I believe.
Do you know what I think to myself every so often? When I'm faced with something that is quite challenging, I'm like, you go.
Of course.
You know
of
that.
course. Even Mike Tyson said before every fight,
Yeah.
he was scared.
Yeah.
He was scared before. Knowing Mike Tyson, he was weapon. He was just destroying those guys back in the day.
It's normal.
But he said he was scared before every fight.
Yeah.
But when he jumped on the how do you call it, on the
Podcast or what?
no
The ring.
on the ring, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, on the ring, yeah.
Yeah. Podcast.
He said he lost any fair.
Yeah.
And he was just going like a bull.
Literally me, like at the beginning when I was. Do you know what? This is crazy. When I was at the beginning popping up to people, I wasn't scared. But you can't. Yeah. You can't have that fear.
Yeah.
You just got to battle it out.
So you are working now on the marketing.
Yeah.
You are helping your friend in the charity.
Yeah.
What is next? What is next? Man,
Whoa.
22
goodness.
years of age.
Yeah. I don't know. Like you said, life is very unexpected. I don't know. Like things go from one to the other. Things.
Is there any new
change.
plans for new companies, or you want to grow these first and then?
So yeah, this one and the property one is just the main focus. Property one is slow. Takes a bit more
Right,
time.
the
DPG properties.
DPG properties.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
That's the other. Yeah. So that's the other company. That one.
So you have three. Well, two companies in charity.
Yeah. Charity's not officially registered though.
Oh, it's still not.
It's not officially. 70% of charities aren't officially registered in the UK.
Okay.
So it makes no difference.
Do you
But
plan to register?
in the future, it just depends on if the thing is, if we do register, that's another full-time job, really and truly.
Oh, I see.
Because that's the whole point of being a trustee, is you have to keep up those responsibilities and etc. Just be patient.
Yeah.
Just patience is, you have to be patient. Because even me, like I am very patient. For 4 years, I never owned a car, like my own car. I never bought a car because I was lucky to have one available.
Yeah.
I didn't want a car. I had the money to buy whatever car I had. Do you know what's crazy? I have people that they used to tell me like, why didn't you buy this car? 26 grand car. Buy it, man. Just we're young. We live once. I'm like, bro, yeah, maybe that's how you think, but for me, I'm cool. I'm all right, man. I don't need to drive fast. Train, walk healthy. I don't care about, you know what I mean? I don't need a car. It
depends what goals you have.
People, do you know what it is? When you're young, a nice car boosts your ego. You think you're gonna get more girls, more this, more attention. I don't really care, man. Like,
yeah. Because
I
you
don't
have
really care
different
about
plans, different goals.
yeah, I already had loads of attention when I was young.
Yeah.
From school, from being a clown, from being the joker,
Yeah.
from whatever. So I don't need it anymore.
Right.
I'm not bothered about it.
So now you're a full-time business person.
Well,
Full-time entrepreneur.
I'd like to say that, yeah. I'd like to say that. Just trying things, man. I don't even like the word entrepreneur. That's the thing. I don't want to be labeled as one. That's why, you know what you're saying, like I don't even know what to label myself as. Like I'm just me, man.
Just go in and do it.
Just go in and do it and get it done.
What is the person, or who gave you the thought to buy the property?
Oh.
How did you make it through?
Oh, snap. How did I don't actually know.
Because it's not like to go and buy a pack of crisps. You need to know something.
I don't know.
You
man.
need to know. You
know.
need to go to meet people. How did you make to buy a house in age of 21?
Yeah, 21. I did it last year. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I really don't know what made me want to buy that. But I wanted to buy it when I was 18, and I was meant to buy it when I was 20. But then COVID happened, so I had to delay it. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I really don't know what made me want to buy the house.
Was it
Probably
because
just
you was
education.
working with the clients?
No,
filming the video?
I didn't even know. Back when I wanted to buy the house, I didn't know anything about what I know now. I don't know why. I just wanted to buy it. Why not? Because do you know what it is? Oh, I'll tell you. Everybody wanted to buy a house for their mum years ago. Like I said, when you're from the same area that I'm from, everybody's dream is to make $1 million and buy mum a home. But I was just like, why not just do it? I don't know. I can't tell you.
How long time it took for you to get home?
How long?
From start till wrapping everything up and having the keys.
Oh, how long? About 12 months.
Oh, you had the keys because you bought the property
I
where you
lived in
lived.
it. Yeah.
What is the first steps you took? Did you had direct relationship with your landlord?
No. So I lived in a council property.
Okay.
So it's a property that you have the right to buy.
Okay.
And you get a discount.
But you hadn't. You was just a kid. Your mum
back
had.
then. Yeah, but I was on a tenancy, so when I grew older, I was able to buy it as well with her.
Okay.
So
just for people to know, because loads of people
100%,
don't have any idea about this.
So if you live in a council property, you have the right to buy it, which basically means you get a discount based on how many years you've lived there. So we got the maximum discount, so it's about 6 figures in there, equity. Okay. So in 5 years, if I sell it, I'll make 100 grand on it if I can sell it. Literally, that's the main thing. First step is acquire about the right to buy, see if you're eligible. After you are eligible, then make sure your finances are in check. You have an income, you don't have high debt, you have good credit score, and then just go ahead and just apply for the mortgage. Apply for the mortgage and go through the paperwork, and that's it. Take things step by step. Don't think about everything, because I'll be honest with you, I was doing a lot of paperwork. Solicitors, new paperwork, this thick, filling out. Oh, fine. But
that all was needed, wasn't it?
Yeah, very simple. It's a very simple procedure.
How long time it took?
12 months.
12 months?
Yeah. My one took... did it? I don't know. About that time, yeah. It took a little bit of time. It wasn't 6 months. Yeah, normally you can wrap things up, I don't know, in a couple of weeks.
Even with council, it takes a year.
Yeah, council takes a year because there's... okay, I'll tell you why, yeah. Typically...
council should be like, there you go. Bang.
Nah, they're not like... dealing with councils is very difficult because you got to understand there's... Within the council department, you have people that are on the right to buy team. You have their solicitors, whatever other teams, anti-fraud people. So there's a couple people you have to deal with. Whereas if you're making a purchase directly via an estate agent, it's literally estate agent deals with everything, and then the estate agent deals with the solicitors to try and get your deal over the line. Right. So it's just two solicitors, and obviously there's people involved. So surveyors, blah blah blah, bank mortgage. But on top of everything I've just said, we had to have everything done. Survey, the drawing is done for everything, the leasehold, everything had to be done. So
one of your gains in the future is also to gain your property portfolio. You want to buy multiple properties, yeah? Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. Property, I feel, is just one of those.
Is it your plan to own multiple properties, or you want to do them and sell them always?
It depends on how the numbers stack on the deal. If it's something that I want to keep, then I'll definitely keep. If I can, if I can't, I'll sell. It depends on how much. Every deal is very different.
So you're going to work on multiple strategies, like?
Yeah, 100%. Do a couple joint ventures.
Just buy, refurbish, back into market, flip.
Well, yeah, maybe buy, refurbish, refinance, buy, refurbish, sell. God knows. Just see how the market is. See what works, what doesn't. Expand my knowledge in that side of things. Just get something going, man. That's the best thing I could do. Is just get something.
But loads of things are already going, isn't it?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Before we finish this podcast, maybe you can just give a little motivation to younger persons to do something for themselves, to build something like you did, or maybe something else what they like you said. You need to do things what you like. Just give them a bit of an energy to go and do the steps for it.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say if you're young, look, man, there's nothing holding you back. A lot of people my age go through a lot of mental difficulties, anxiety, depression. You got to realize that, you have to want to deal with it. And I know that sounds easier said than done, but at the end of the day, you've got a long life ahead of you, 21, 22. You're still young, man. We're still super young.
Oh, yeah.
And don't feel like, you've watched my videos, so you have to be. You don't have to be successful. You don't have to have loads of money. just be happy with what you're doing. I would say just that's the only motivation I have. I said just do things that make you happy. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to me, because I'm comparing. Do you know what? It's like if I compare myself to you, you're 10 years ahead of me or however many years. I'll be depressed. If I compared my car to your car, I'll just be sitting at home over what, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
nice
can't
car,
compare yourself. Yeah,
stop comparing yourself. Motivation, I can't motivate you. You got to motivate yourself. That's the best. I can't. You just got to want it. You got to want it bad enough. If you got to want success bad enough. If you want to be successful, and if you don't want to be successful, don't look at people who are successful and want to be like them.
Right,
is what I would say. Just be you. Be happy within what you do. Have an open mind,
and all the other things will come.
Everything will grow automatically. Yeah, just come naturally.
Wow, what a podcast. Really, really nice to meet this guy. So thank you, Dawid, for coming.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I hopefully see you soon.
Absolutely.